Hi, welcome to our video on how to set up a Park & Sun outdoor volleyball net. Today we are going to set up the Spectrum model, but before we get started, you're going to need a few things. One, you'll need an area that is fairly level, free of tripping hazards such as tree roots, large rocks, or big divots or holes. And that area needs to measure 50 feet wide by 80 feet long. The net system measures 30 feet wide by 60 feet long, but you'll need some clearance around the boundaries for safety and playing area. Two, you'll need a hammer that is sturdy enough to hammer stakes into the ground that you are working with. And three, though not required, it will make it easier to have someone help you. A second set of hands. Great! Now that you have what you need, let's take a look at what's in the bag.
So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up the bag. In it, we've got the boundary lines. We've got the guide ropes. We've got a bag full of stakes. And we have the actual net system itself with the poles. So the very first thing that we're going to do after that is start laying down the boundary lines. So find a point on your field and put that first pin in the ground. So the next thing we're going to show you is how to set up the pole system. First thing you want to do is take out the guide ropes. Get them all unrolled out. Then you'll want to take the hook and attach it to the eye of the pole, like so. And you'll want to rotate that hook so that the wider portion of the hook is sticking away from the pole. When you go to adjust the height of the pole, you'll want to pull this out to about the height that you are adjusting it to. So in this case, this top hole is for women's, the bottom one is for men's. And then this is where your helper comes in real handy. You want to put the base of the pole about 1 foot from the red dot on this side of the boundary rope. On this, it's right here. It's probably hard to see, but you can find it right there. Then you want to take your stake and your hammer, and you'll want to extend the length of the boundary rope about a full 2 arms lengths away from the top here. Then you run your stake through the eye of the boundary rope, and you'll want to come out at about a 45-degree angle from the pole. So that's about, in this case, it's maybe about 7 or 8 feet out and then 7 or 8 feet away from you. Stake it in, preferably at an angle so that it has more force holding the rope in place. Watch out for rocks. And then you'll do the same thing for the other side. Grab a stake, pull the line out, come out at about a 45-degree angle, put the stake in the eye, make sure it's at an angle. Find a rock, just pull it out, readjust. And then we're done with this side. At this point, my helper has successfully let go of the pole, and we're able to go to the other side and do the same thing there. both sides are up, you want to tighten the guide ropes to make sure that the line is tight. And in some cases, especially if it bows out like this, you'll actually need to adjust where the base is relative to that center line.
And that's it. You're ready to play volleyball.